It's Rivers' Chargers going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Well, there's a new building set to open adjacent to us to the south, but for now, they're still playing football at the Georgia Dome, and that's where we're located here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Diego Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down. So against Tampa Bay, Freeman didn't have the other side of his dynamic duo. Tevin Coleman out with a hamstring injury, but 17 carries, 77 yards for Freeman.
And over the course of a season, you miss your second guy, right? You miss your partner, but in the short term, you try and make hay. And that's exactly what Devontae Freeman did. The primary ball carrier, he showed his chops.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammett.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammett shows better athleticism than what people expect.
Now Ryan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Going up top. And got his man complete. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
This Charger defense just hoping for some of the production they had in Week 9 when they had 2 touchdowns against the Titans. They had Dwight Lowry, a fumble recovery, and then Brandon Flowers with a pick 6.
Making up for the loss of Jason Verrett. Got hurt earlier this year, an excellent corner. But how about Joey Bosa? So many people were talking about would he have an impact this year after he missed the first few games. Well, he's having a huge impact rushing the passing.
They run. Devontae Freeman. They had a solid run down inside the 30. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Three yards left to grab here on third down. Ryan now to throw on third down. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run here. This is Dexter McCluster. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a second-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a first-round grade on him. Plays the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Rivers. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose #1 task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. 1st down, Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll throw again. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Charles, you think Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are having any fun together this year?
I mean, they're not just snickering together, right? They're laughing uproariously, having a ball, enjoying the connection, and really decimating defenses in the NFL.
Against the Bucs, Jones did it again. 111 yards, another touchdown on 8 catches.
Partner, we're about halfway through the NFL season now, and I'm thinking for the second half, look at the NFC North and keep an eye on Detroit trying to make a move in that division.
Well, that's interesting. Who else do you have your eye on?
Well, I'm also taking a look at the NFC South, and we thought Atlanta would run away from it from the early part of the season, but keep a hard eye on New Orleans. They have been hot, have won 4 out of the last 5, but let's face it, the story the whole league is watching, is in Dallas, in Big D, where Dak Prescott's been incredible as a rookie quarterback, but Tony Romo's getting healthy. Will they make the move back to Romo before the year is out?
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Now it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Well, he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2.
Let's go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Chargers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 56 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Hard throw, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Second down, here's Ryan. It's caught, left side, Tammy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Freeman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Falcons a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And his throw here's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Back now in Atlanta. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Again, it's Rivers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap, My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Benjamin, the man in motion left. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw, Rivers. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that